Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson. I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground.
What is up? Friggin' what is up? It's the singing note that I can hit. What is up? If I was a Gregorian monk, what up? What up? Easter Sunday has just happened when this comes out. Maybe you're a CEO, Christian. That's a Christmas, Easter only type person, CEO. And you went to church and you probably heard your priest go, what is up? All of my bros standing before me, all of this, and the Heavenly Father in the sky and above us, what is up? Church of bros, dude. You ever see those videos where bros do the halo things in like parking structures? That fires me up. That's art. Halo is the highest form of art. Games, Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden. It's our highest form of art. That and NFTs. Still heavily invested. Dude, what up? Welcome to History's Dank. I'm your host, Strider Wilson. We got Aaron going beast mode on the sticks, dude. What up? Dude, just post it up right now, dude. Been doing a little dup lately, dude. Trying to develop some new material. Getting after that. I haven't mentioned it in a few pods, so I'm due. I mean, check out the special. It's right there on ATC's YouTube channel. It's sick. It's easy to access. If you're wondering, hey, man, it's summer. Sports suck right now, although I guess we do have NBA playoffs right now, which is kind of the time I start paying attention, and hockey. So maybe sports are decent right now. But, you know, you're going to want to watch something with your wife once the game ends. You put it on. You laugh a little bit. You make a little love afterwards. It's been said, my special is the best facial. My special creates facials, dude. That's what's up, dude. You want to get a facial? Watch my special. You want to give one? Watch it in reverse. That's what's up, dude. Check it out. Creates intimacy. Laughter.
Do a doggy. You can both watch it at once.
That's the smartest position to do it in. Yeah, that's a good call.
Right.
Good call. Great call, Aaron. Or they say in the industry now, this is one of the most annoying terms I've ever heard. You know, we've been pitching some shows with Chad and JT. They'll say a term. Is it second screen worthy? So annoying, dude. Meaning like, can you clip it up and like, will someone watch it on a phone? Very annoying, dude.
Yeah.
Some producers just have to get elbow dropped. You know? Not all, but some. Especially not the ones that buy projects from me, dude. Today, though, we're going to be discussing, we're kind of going to be discussing the cycles of life, wisdom, moral conduct, sort of a guide of how to navigate this life, this, small blip of time we all share on this rock. And one of the ways is the Panchatantra, which I'm probably saying wrong. But before we get into that, I want to do another little segment, and I'm fired up on pop culture. And this plays, it's funny, I thought of this before. I thought of the subject before, and then I thought of this movie independently, and then I go, you know what, it kind of ties in to what we're discussing today. The movie I want to recast is Groundhog Day. Great little film, sort of has to do with like this karmic never-ending cycle. It's not exactly a Hindu concept here, but it seems like an Eastern sort of theme. A lot of Eastern themes on here.
Harold Ramis was a Buddhist, so
legit.
Yeah,
let's go. I like that. And Danny Rubin, Harold Ramis, the director. Danny Rubin, also a co-writer. Do you know? Okay, for anyone listening that is not familiar with Groundhog Day, this movie I think it came out in like 1993.
Yep.
Bill Murray, one of my favorite roles of his. Besides Ernie McCracken from Kingpin, probably my favorite. But Phil Connors goes to Punxsutawney Phil in Pennsylvania. Groundhog Day it has origins going back to, Rome and stuff like that and the changing of the seasons. But German influence in Pennsylvania is what, brought us to this town of Punxsutawney Phil, where Punxsutawney Phil is the name of the groundhog who comes out And the idea is if he sees his own shadow, then that's going to mean 6 more weeks of winter. And if he doesn't see it, then yay, we'll have an early spring. Kind of fun. It's a small town festival. Phil Connors is a very curmudgeon-y, douche, like just a city guy. Like, let's keep it moving. Oh, I got to go to these ignorant small town folk.
He's jaded. He's burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want any part of it. And I haven't seen it in a minute. Like, is there like a thing that happens? Does he like fall down, or is it just literally he goes to sleep and then it just is Sonny and Cher?
Yeah,
Put your little hand in mine.
Yeah, he just wakes up in a time loop.
Okay, so he's just in the time loop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I kind of forgot that.
They get snowed in, so he can't leave.
Right.
Then wakes up in the time loop.
That's good. Okay, so he does get trapped. He wants to get in and out, but the weather turns. Of course, Phil sees his shadow. He's gonna have 6 more weeks of winter. Now the screenwriters wanted it to be ambiguous.
Yeah.
The studio is so funny. They're like, it should only be 2 weeks. You should figure everything out in 2 weeks. They're like, no, we want this to be ambiguous, and we want it to kind of be at least a lifetime.
Well, for him to go from not being able to play the piano at all to like a jazz piano player,
they say 10 years at least.
At least.
Yeah, that's like what a few articles I was looking at. It's like most viewers are like it's at least 10 years.
I've heard Harold Ramis say it was 10,000 years.
I've heard 10,000 too. That's what I'm saying. Like he's been there for that long. Like, so good, such a fun movie, dark at times, but a lot of good laughs. Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon's first movie.
Who's the one? He has like WrestleMania tickets, and then who's the one guy?
Needle Nose Ned.
Yeah. He steps in the puddle.
Yeah.
Hey, and he buys all the insurance from him at one point.
Yeah, Ned Ryerson's played by Stephen Tobolowsky.
That's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a great character actor.
Mm-hmm. That guy's, of course, Andy McDowell.
Yep.
Great, charming,
Chris
fun.
Elliott.
Chris Elliott's the cameraman. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in that. You might also know him as the dude from Something About Mary, Woogie. Woogie from Something About Mary. So, who do you think could pull off? Who's the contemporary Bill Murray? That's what I'm wondering right now. Who could play? Bill is just the ultimate Riz. He's the ultimate Riz Lord before there was Riz.
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of doing his shtick. He doesn't kind of.
Yeah.
Later, he did these Paul Thomas Anderson movies and kind of went into a different era of Bill Murray. But
yeah,
in this time, he was just kind of his wry.
He's got to be in his mid-40s probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God knows if they recast this now, they'd do Glenn Powell.
Dude, it's so funny. I always think Glenn Powell.
Always Glenn Powell.
But Glenn Powell's two-handed. No,
yeah,
it's not. He's not old enough yet.
Yeah.
I would lean more towards John Hamm. He can play comedy, but I want it to be like a comedic actor. Dude, it could be Bill Burr.
Yeah?
Bro, you could get Burr in there.
Burr? For sure.
He would stay angry. Yeah, who could nail it in their 40s? I wanted to be like a comedian. Who's like an SNL alumni in their 40s now? Sudeikis?
Oh, yeah. Sudeikis could really do this.
Sudeikis.
Hader
would be the best.
Forte.
That's who I do. Hader, bro.
Yeah.
Bang, you just nailed it. Forte's almost too funny. He's the man.
Yeah.
Forte could do it. I love that guy. But I'm going Bill Hader.
Okay.
Great call. Aaron, I love it.
Yeah.
Who's the current Annie McDowell? Actress in her 30s. Hader's in his early 40s. Who's in mid to late 30s?
Yeah. Again, it's like, the studios would try to put like Sydney Sweeney in there or something.
Nope, can't do it.
But no. Shouldn't be.
No. I'm not going to let that happen, dude.
As like a younger, idyllic producer of a news.
Bro, is she too young though? That girl who, Daisy Ridley Scott's Star Wars. Who's the other? Daisy something Jones?
Daisy Ridley Scott. You combined a couple people there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
just Daisy Ridley.
Okay, maybe Daisy Ridley. She's the girl from Normal People. And I was just thinking about this because of Glenn Powell. It's like the other girl in the Twisters movie.
Oh.
Oh, Daisy Ridley's from Star Wars. No, not Daisy
Yeah.
Ridley. Not Daisy Ridley. Although I like her, she's good in those, but not Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the other girl. She's got 3 names.
I don't
I
know.
think she might be too young. No, she could do it.
Yeah.
I think she could do it. Play a friggin' journalist.
What are we thinking of? There's like
Normal
Felicity-
People,
Felicity
Twisters.
Jones. Twisters. God, I watched that movie. I hated it so much. I have no idea.
It's pretty bad. Also, the fact that they don't like hook up. They're
Daisy
like
Edgar Jones.
Yeah, Daisy Edgar Jones. I said Daisy Ridley Scott.
Yeah, she's too.
Daisy Ridley, Bryce Dallas Howard, Scott Jones, Taylor Thomas.
Who? It's almost like who was on the cast with him or just after him on SNL. Like,
Yeah, but Andy McDowell was not.
no.
I want it to be kind of a 1-to-1.
Yeah. Like vaguely.
And who could
vaguely
who would
Southern.
Hader have chemistry with? Yeah, vaguely Southern. I keep saying Anne Hathaway. I mean, she could probably do it still.
Yeah.
But we want a younger. We want like a.
Well, Anne looks young. So.
No, she looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. But I also want to give a younger actor a shot here in this film. You know.
Yeah, I just don't know the younger actors as much.
I know. Anna de Armas is already too big of a star, although I think she could do it.
What's her name? Haley Steinfeld?
Love her. Oh, she'd be down. That's the perfect casting.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great call. Love Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Love Josh Allen. What up?
I didn't know they were dating until this week.
Dude, they're engaged, bro.
Did no idea.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. She's the queen of Buffalo, dog. Okay. In this second segment, before we get into the chunk of our history today, and in this theme of Groundhog's Day and this Panchatantra that we're going to be discussing shortly, I want to do a time travel back in time. Fix it, keep it. What would you go back and what would you change personally, and then also what would you change historically?
Mm-hmm.
I want a historical redo personal. The segment is a historical redo personal and global. For me, personal, going back, I was thinking about comedy and stuff, and I was like, you know what I would do? I would have gone to, earlier on, UCB instead of Groundlings. Don't get me wrong, I loved the training at Groundlings, but the vibe, it was just the wrong vibe of like, you got to get past. And this was in 2000. I was going there from 2008, and classes waitlist took forever to like 12 or something like that, 13 maybe. And the vibe was just like, you were more so like not there to learn. You were just like I should have gone and done an entire improv program, then gone there like with a skill set and like gone through the program with an intention of getting in the company. Like my very first sketch show ever was like the intermediate show, which was in hindsight like a mistake. But UCB also, dude, everyone like took off out of UCB, and I would have been getting in there around 2008. I would have gone in the summer, taking some classes.
I don't know if they were in LA yet.
I think they were. I think they started in LA in like 05 or 06.
You might be right.
Because I remember they used to travel down to UC San Diego, and I'd go see the company play. I'd go watch them do their show, and I was like, this was awesome. But I love Will Ferrell so much, I was like, I got to go to Groundlings because Will Ferrell did it. In hindsight, I should have just gone there. Things could have been different. I ended up, of course, going to UCB, doing Characters Welcome, Hal Rudnick. What up, dude? Anais, what up? Great directors.
Oh, yeah, 2005 they came out to LA.
And they're in the little theater that they're at over there in Franklin. It's awesome. It's like a tiny little strip of New York City right there in Franklin Village in LA. It's cool, man. You got Bird's Bar, UCB. It's awesome.
And if you get in super despair, you can walk straight across the street to the Scientology Center.
Yeah, exactly. If you really want to change your life. Honestly, that's what I really should. Thinking back, I should have gone back and joined the Scientology, and now I'd be, a boat captain.
Head of the Sea Org.
Yeah, I'd be a Sea Org captain, dude. I'd have a submarine packed full of kids just going around, God knows where. or whatever their god is that they have going who knows where. Xenu. Going Xenu knows where, dude. Classic. Globally, if I could travel throughout history, maybe just give someone a good old fashioned yo heads up. Yo heads up. What's that terrible movie with Angelina Jolie where she's like the reporter and the guy's like, the Eagles are going to win 16-19 and then it's going to hail tomorrow. In 1 week you will die. I'm so sorry.
Huh, I don't know that one.
Yeah. I forget that movie. I'd go back. I would just go back and frickin' Back to the Future to it. Just gamble. Go heavy on the birds. Go heavy on the Eagles. Heads up. Now I'd go back and just invest in vape devices, dude. Like Geek Bar. Put all my money in Geek Bar. And just sell them outside of valets. Every valet just vapes, dude, every day long, every day. Rest assured, your car's been vaped in if you valet, dude. Not where I'm at, though. Not where I work. Other valets.
Say,
get in my car. It smells like.
You go back to 2019 and sell your hookah lounge before the pandemic.
Smart.
Although many have survived, but
yeah, hookah was about the last thing you were gonna do during a pandemic, dude.
Yeah.
You imagine being, dude, COVID just raging. 2 weeks in, we know no information. Being like, dude, I gotta go hookah. In high school, there was dudes that were into hookah. I never liked the vibe. It was too.
Nah.
I think I have too much anxiety for hookah, dude. I was like, I don't like this. First of all, I don't like smoking. It doesn't do anything for you. Like, you don't get any sort of high or anything off of it.
No.
So it was just a waste of money. If we want to just go
Yeah.
chill, let's just go chill in someone's backyard. And we can arrange chairs in a circle, dude. We don't have to hookah.
Yeah.
Worst vibe ever. Yeah, bro. Dudes, I think kids just wanted to smoke and do something different. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe you go back and you give a heads up to JFK.
Dude, it's so funny. I was just thinking JFK. I was just thinking, whose life could I save? I go, yeah, probably just be like, yo, dude. No one would listen to me, though. It'd be a movie. I'd be like, don't go there. Or, since I know he wouldn't listen, then I could go to the grassy knoll and push Lee Harvey Oswald.
Well, he's up in the book depository.
Wasn't he on the grassy knoll?
No, we don't know who was on the grassy knoll, if anyone.
Then I got to go to the book. First, I got to watch the movie JFK, find out all the facts, do a history of Dank on it, then go back in time and save JFK's life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I read and I love the book 11/22/63, where a guy tries to do that. He finds a time portal and tries to go back to 62 and save JFK, and like he comes back after having saved him, and the world is like a shithole.
Yeah, it's the butterfly effect.
Yeah. It's not.
That's the run.
Super well explained why, but like, yeah.
That's the risk you run, dude. If you do something like that, maybe go back and save in the Manson murders. Like, go back and do a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood style. This is basically what Tarantino's scripts are, like these historical whimsies. Who is it? Sharon Tate?
Yeah. Sharon Tate.
Go back. Save her life. Go up to I forget the name of that street that she lived on.
Cielo.
Yes, Cielo Drive.
Yeah.
And then the grocers in Los Feliz, dude. The
La Biancas.
The La Biancas, yeah. Save them, dude.
The house on Cielo got torn down, and you know who bought that land and put a mega mansion, like a $200 million mansion on it?
Jared from Subway?
No, creator of Full House.
Whoa.
Yeah. He has since tried to sell that mansion. He had a full Shark Tank inside. Yeah.
It's when you got too much money, dude.
Yeah.
You got a Shark Tank. Who really enjoys that? The diminishing returns on a smart Shark Tank might be higher than anything in the world. Unless you're really stoked on it, dude. A fish tank? Fish tank does nothing for me. Terrariums, I'm out. Unless I'm a villain. Villains have Shark Tanks. Villains have terrariums.
Yeah.
and cats with no fur.
Yeah.
So that guy basically, it's safe to say he's a villain, dude.
Yeah.
Can't be having a Shark Tank. Although I will say, one time I went to I don't remember where we were. I think we were in Hawaii. We went out first. It was when I was a kid. We were on vacation. We went out to this restaurant and they had a little tiny shark in a tank, in the waiting lobby area of the restaurant. It's a core memory of mine. I still think of it. It's unbelievably sick.
How's that shark even alive? If you can't move, it can't live.
Yeah. I know. It was small.
Still.
I agree. Also, it's going to eat other live fish. I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe it will eat dead chum or something. You know what I might go back and do is
Save that
go back
shark.
go back and just whoever's building that tank, be like, don't do this. I'd go back to every Shark Tank installer guy and murder them, dude. Feed them to their own prisoners. I would go back to maybe Coachella when Rage Against the Machine played, reunited. That'd be a sick Coachella to see.
Oh yeah.
That's going on right now too.
Oh yeah. If I go back in time, I'd go back and see Queen.
Yeah, just go back. Yeah, why am I trying to help people out? Let me just go back and enjoy myself. Fuck it. And then just invest.
Because you never know if you are helping. That's the thing.
That's the truth. There's no butterfly effect if I just buy a ticket and go enjoy the concert. And then other than that, I just invest dough into what would be sick to invest in. Like vapes, like I said.
Yeah.
Girls Gone Wild DVDs when those were taking place.
Meet up with Jeff Bezos and be like, yo, I think this selling books out of your garage is a really, really good idea. I'd like to give you
I'd like to fund
some
this.
money.
And then you just give me a percentage.
Yeah. In
And then-
perpetuity.
Yep. And then I'll just go friggin' work at J Mike's, dude. Even though Jersey Mike's doesn't. I would go fund Jersey Mike's. That's all I would do, dude. All right. Let's get into our historical share for the day. The Panchatantra. This is a collection of 5 books. I think Pancha means 5 in Sanskrit. And then Tantra's teachings. These are fables, dude. Okay, bro? These are fables. They exude this concept of niti, N-I-T-I, which extends beyond any Western interpretation. It can't really capture it, but it sort of equates with policy. It's like a life policy to have, if you will, where it's like, sorry, we don't give refunds on that. Sorry, no refills policy. I have to charge you 75 cents. Sorry, you want extra aioli? It's an extra 25 cents. It's policy. Basically, that's what this is all about, is customer service and how to upcharge customers. No, it consists of 5 main sections or tantras, each focusing on a specific aspect of wisdom, dude. What up? The Mitra Bera, I'm going to say these really bad, so I'm sorry in advance. Means I won't even say the Indian name, to Sanskrit, I should say. Also, this has been translated. This is originally based on oral tradition, copied in 300 BC, and then the rendition that's been mostly translated is from 1100 AD, and that 900 years up to then, it's been translated into different languages, and then English, and then and all these other languages. So a lot gets lost in translation here, suffice to say. But this first book is on the loss of friends. The second book is on the gaining of friends. The third is on of crows and owls. Other ones on loss and gains. And 3 considered actions.
Loss and gains is just a workout regimen.
Fuck, dude. I should have focused on that one for the day. It's like, look, dude, you need to do 3 months of strictly hypertrophy, okay? That's where you're going to be bulking. You're going to be doing low reps, high weight, really upping your calorie count. And then after that, you're going to shred and just continue that cycle on and off so you're happy with where you're at. You want your baseline. Eventually, over about 2 years, you're going to want to put on 15, pounds of mass. If your goal isn't to put on 15 pounds of mass, what are you even doing on this planet? All of us should be looking to put on at least 15 pounds of mass at any given time. Aaron, I love that. The loss of friends. It's like how to say later to your friends who suck.
Ooh.
No, it's about people moving on. Honestly, a lot of my comedic material is about the loss of friends, and it's tough. People are moving, their lives are busy, they have kids. Gaining a friend's a difficult thing to do in new cities. Yeah, I should read this. I focused on one text for the day of crows and owls, though, because I did do.
Oh, nice.
I've done History is Dank on both birds, and I'm kind of fascinated by both. I think these are two of the most intelligent birds out there,
Yeah.
crows and owls. Also, in a group, they have the sickest names, which are, Aaron, what do you call a group of crows? Pop quiz.
Murder.
Thank you. What do you call a group of owls?
I don't know.
Parliament.
Oh.
Sick.
Yeah.
Very sick. This text uses animal fables and stories to illustrate ideas and teach lessons of wise conduct, morality, and kind of what it is to be human. Niti. All right? Sometimes it teaches you about consequences of being too clever, although it does teaches one how to be clever and cunning. It's not too different than like a lot of these Greek stories that we have. We also covered the what was the clever spider, Window? Anansi, the clever spider. Oh yeah, and Window was the tiny little baby. That was a fucking great one too. How to navigate complex social situations. And this is sort of the story of the Panchatantra. It's a frame device where there is this wise sage man telling these fables and stories using these beasts and animals that you'll see throughout the land of India and the world to the king's sort of dull-witted sons, or these sons that need to be taught lessons. And you can't just tell a prince, hey man, don't be an idiot, friggin', you need to be clever. I mean, you must tell them in a clever way yourself, using aphorism and all these and symbolism and tight rhetorical devices and shit like that, dude. Let's see. All right, so I focused on the tantra of owls and crows, known as the Kakulkiyam. Saying that really wrong. Just so you know, I'm saying that. I said that like I had a kakuliyam in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's how I said that. This centers on themes of diplomacy, war, and political strategy. What up? It's basically, this fable depicts an ongoing, basically, beef, if you will, between owls and crows. Okay? They're beefing. The owls symbolize power, but arrogant force. Okay? And they wage war on the crows. However, the clever crows, led by a wise and diplomatic leader, use cunning strategies rather than brute force to win. So this is basically being like, look, if you're a little bitch, if you haven't read the gains and losses segment of the Panchatantra and put on 5 pounds of mass, and a buff, smart owl wants to fight you, you don't want to go at something bigger than you head on. You got to get clever. That's what this story highlights.
I don't know if these two ever face each other.
No.
Owls are nocturnal and crows are diurnal? Daytime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I thought the same thing. When there's an ongoing enmity. I don't even know what that even means, bro.
It's a beef.
Beef? That's what I thought. Thank you. Between the two, I go, I don't really see that.
Yeah. It's like werewolves and vampires. It's like, I don't know, they're probably bros.
And werewolves only come out like 12 times a year on a full moon. Yeah. Vampires can't just chill. Vampire can't chill. Also, full moon. Probably if I'm a vampire, it's the night I don't want to be out on.
Yeah.
Because it's the lightest night, and that's the sun behind the moon. Just saying. Just saying. But Aaron, this is a fable used to illustrate a lesson, okay, on how to handle enemies, form alliances, and manipulate situations.
Sure.
To one's advantage.
But these guys who wrote this didn't have cell phones.
They definitely did not have Google. In 300 BC, they had no Google. But this is actually pretty sick because this has to do with espionage. The clever owl, and he infiltrates, a clever crow infiltrates the owl family. Also, this is very skill-based. I'm thinking about this story. I'm like, so you have to be that good at lying and infiltrate your enemy territory? I'm like, if someone's going to beat your ass in a fight, this is more for a political situation, though. Like, it's about, like, facing off against, like, a rival kingdom.
Yeah.
But the rival kingdom that has more men, resources, and power wants to fight. Yeah, I guess it does make sense to infiltrate. This is not going to work on one-on-one combat.
Imagine you're trying to avoid a fight by dressing like one of their guys' bros.
Yeah, dude, you just copy everything he does. Dude, that's probably the best way to get out of getting your ass beat. I thought about a way to get, like if you go to a party, someone's like, hey, you know where you're at? Do you know where you're at? Like one time in college, I went to a party at San Diego State and I rolled up and I was probably being too confident, making too many jokes, too loud. And, you know what I did? I did the best joke of all time. There was this guy running game on this girl, this really cute girl at the party. And I go, JT, check this out. And the guy was running game and kind of hitting it off. And, I'm a little virgin, dude. Nothing going on. Just rocking a little buzz with my bro, JT. I'm like, dude, check this out. And you go up and you might think, hey, I'm going to challenge this guy and think I can, outwit this guy. Ben Affleck's, or not Ben Affleck, Matt Damon style. My boy's wig is Matt at the bar. And, how about them apples, this situation? And win over the girl's heart? No. I walk up, kind of sit there, linger for a little bit, wait for them to notice that I'm there. And I go, oh, man, you just farted. And then look at the girl. And then, dude, I did it to one guy. And he goes, nah, dude, she didn't fart. No way, dude. There's no way she farted, dude. I'm like, nah, dude, she definitely did. It's pretty stinky. And she's like, deer in the headlights. And it's so mean in hindsight to do this. Like, this is an animalistic, crazy thing that I'm doing. And then the guy just gets all mad. And he's like, dude, I'm going to beat your ass if you said she farted one more time. I'm like, dude, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of stinky. I think she did. So good, dude. Later at that same party, JT threw like a magnum-sized champagne bottle up in the air and it shattered in the middle of the intersection. And the guy was like kicking everyone out because the cops came. And the house owner, who was like a senior in college at the time, we were like sophomores or something, looks at me and thinks I did it and looks at JT, and JT's like, yep, it was him, and points at me. And I knew it was JT, but I didn't want to sell him out. And so the guy, he could have beat my ass, but he just starts to go like, oh, dude, you think you're cool? Using a bunch of superlatives, like talking to fucking whatever, like I break bottles, loser, you're a loser, dude. Talking to no shit. I'm just sitting there just taking this all on the chin, a crowd of people around me, and they're like, why are you berating this guy? Like, he broke the bottle. And everyone's like, oh yeah, stupid, don't break bottles. And then it was so funny. Then the guy's like, get the hell out of here. I was like, yeah, we're leaving. And I look at JT, he's like, oh, that was brutal, dude. We still laugh about that today. So funny, dude. But my piece of advice is, if a guy wants to fight you, oftentimes bros look at you, they go, dude, where are you at, dude? Where are you from, dude? Where do you think you're at? Where are you from? And you just have to say Sandy Hook. Immediately they're going to be like, oh, what? And then they'll be like, oh, come on in, dude. Get a beer, dude. It's all good. Thank you, man. Thank you. And then I go in there and just tell them that all their wives farted, dude. Later. Dude. You take nothing from this. That should be in the Panchatantra, dude. That's going to be in the Strider Tantra, dude. Anyway, dude, these fucking owls, bro. One of the crows infiltrates. He's super smart, changes his feathers, dude. Befriends the owls, dude. Gets hooked up, learns their ways. Learns that they sleep at night. Okay. Duh. How do we not already know that? Also, apparently in this fable, they live in a cave. Also in this fable, crows know how to use fire. And then the crows cruise up. They hatch a clever plan to get inside the fortress. Yeah, the one sneaky...
You sure this isn't the plot to The Crow?
Is this the plot to The Crow?
No.
Dude, I've never seen... Dude, you know I've never seen The Crow?
It's okay. It's not... It's fine. It's dark, obviously.
Yeah. In any case, the crows decide to attack the owls during the day. I don't know why they were fighting at night in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
get them while they
the
sleep.
crows go in there. They learn their ways. The one crow that infiltrated's like, dude, they sleep during the day. They're not in the caves. I guess they didn't know what they were doing. Maybe they thought they were in the caves, like being ready to fight. But it turns out the one crow's like, no, dude, they just sleep in there all day long. And then they come out at night and they own the night skies. And we can't fight them in the night skies because they see better than us at nighttime. Learn that information. So and they can turn their heads basically in 360, which is kind of creepy. So we need to go there and gank them during the day, and they do. And this is a story that teaches a lesson about strategy, deception, and the importance of knowing when to fight and when to use one's intellect instead. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. You don't engage in open war with owls during the day.
No.
Fight on your terms. This is some art of war type shit going on. So you gotta like that. I'm sort of regretting, if I could travel back in time, I guess I'd travel back in time and do the gains and losses one and just learn a sick ass workout regimen, dude. Or I should have just gone back and done an entire episode on the Karma Sutra, dude.
Still can.
I think I gotta do that next. And just do positions, dude. Get on here. Just do solo. Should do a Karma Sutra for jacking off. Should be a book that I write. Leaning over your sink. In your dorm room. In bed. While your wife's sound asleep. And you have to be very quiet. But you've got a bad back from doing a new hit workout routine. So you're just trying to get one out. In the office bathroom. Solo. At a Buc-ee's rest stop. While camping. Just classic. In your gamer chair. What's the right volume decibels to not get caught at? Sometimes you just have to have skills like that, dude.
Also, yeah, anytime you're looking at pornography, make sure your Bluetooth's off.
Make sure. 100%. 100%. Yeah. You know, you can't be, we got to be cranking it to more elevated stuff anyway, like dudes in squirrel suits jumping off cliffs. That's gets me going these days. That's cool. But, I mean, there's nothing like good old fashioned, you know, women in bikinis holding high power weaponry. It's just the best. There's just nothing better. In fact, that level of stoke has me in the mood to go to our final segment where I'm going to do, it's not a prank call, it's a thank call. Friggin' buckle up. I accidentally unplugged the cord, so I had to plug it back in because I'm a friggin' straight up, I'm noob and stutters over here, dude. All right. Here we go. Owls and crows. If you haven't listened to the episodes on owls and crows, you should. I also found this dude who does the difference between a raven and a crow's call.
Yeah.
Very legit.
Mm-hmm.
One's more of a croak. A raven's more of a croak. A crow is more of a caw, 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 where a raven is more of a it's like that. Okay.
So ravens are constantly drowning.
Yeah, ravens do sound like they're drowning. And that's, in Edgar Allan Poe, it's a raven. The rap, tap, tap upon his door. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why it's the Baltimore Ravens, not the Baltimore Crows, dude.
Yeah.
All right, dude. This is a thank call, not a prank call. Call Jersey Mike's, dude, and thank this dude. I want to say his name was Andy. Made just the dankest sub for me before I recorded the pod today. He's got to hear it.
Jersey Mike's locally.
What up? My name's Strider, and I was in there about an hour or so ago for a late lunch, and I just want to call in and say, just give a big fat shout out and a big thanks to, I think it was Andy was my, the dude who made my sub, and I just want to say he made it super dank. I got a number 7 Mike's Way.
Andy?
Yeah, I think it was Andy. Who's the dude that was there right now? He's like kind of
Sorry, describe them.
What's up?
We don't have a Andy here.
Wait, which location is this?
This is the one near the Smart and Final. It's Toluca Lake.
No. I was at the one over on by Verdugo.
Yeah, the one near the Smart and Final.
Yeah, that's the one, right? Maybe his name
this
not
is
have been
the one.
Andy. I forgot. I think we were vibing out. I was just saying. Anyway, dude, whoever was there about an hour ago, I just want to give you guys a huge shout out. Let you know that it was the perfect mustard to mayo ratio, which is all mustard, no mayo for me. And
Awesome.
yeah, so it was super legit. Just want to say huge thanks to you guys.
Well, thanks for reaching out and telling us.
For sure. So
I'm glad you enjoyed your sandwich.
dude, it was so dank. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you guys next time and probably get like the number 43. That one's legit. Just takes a little bit more time to make.
All right, awesome. See you soon. Bye.
Dude, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm just going to call another Jersey Mike's.
People don't know how to take this gratitude.
It's tough to take this gratitude. I got to tell you. That was the one I was in. It is by Smart and Final. That was on Vertigo.
It is.
I'm just going to call a random Jersey Mike's. Let's call one in North Hollywood. North Hollywood maybe is the biggest shithole in the world. And people in North Hollywood need to get a little bit of stoke. Calling Jersey Mike's North Hollywood.
Howdy. You've reached your North Burbank neighborhood Jersey Mike's team. We can't wait to serve you. For store hours and address, please press 1. To place an order for pickup or delivery, please visit jerseymikes.com or use the Jersey Mike's app. To speak with a team member, please press 3 or stay on the line.
Definitely want to speak with a team member, dude. Just tell them what up.
Hello, this is Jersey Mike's Burbank North. How may I help you?
What up? Just want to call and say you guys are doing a great job. I was fired up. I was in a different Jersey Mike's location earlier. And this dude, Andy, made my sub. It was super dank. It was a number 7. They even had pepper jack at that location, which was fire. And I just wanted to say, you guys are crushing it, dude. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We did try our best.
Hell yeah. And you guys are over. I thought you guys were in North Hollywood. You're in North Burbank?
Yeah, we're the Burbank North store. There's 2 in Burbank, but we're the one closest to the airport.
Oh, that's got to be pretty rough. All, you know, a lot
Yeah, it gets really busy, but we have a great crew. We handle it, and I'm glad customers like you really enjoy the effort we put in.
That's what it's all about. Appreciate you. And you guys got dank cookies, too. Probably some of the best cooks out there, dude. So appreciate it. Stay stoked.
Of course.
Appreciate what you do.
You have a great day. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Dude, that's what's up, dude. We're on fire. You know what I think we might have to do? This might be messed up. I think we got to call Subway.
Oh, no.
And let them know, hey, man. Let them know, hey, Jersey Mike's is doing a better job. This might be messed up, dude. I might have to go to this location.
Subway Gleno.
Yo, what up? My name's Strider. And, wait, did you say this is Subway?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I was going to call Jersey Mike's.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
I think message received.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, shit, dude. That's hilarious, bro. Dude. Hold on, let me call one more Subway. I want to ask, what do you think's better? No, I don't want to get any employee in trouble. I shouldn't do that. Because they say what location they're at. I can't do that. I can't do that. That was great. Dude, that was fire.
Yeah.
I mean, just spreading the stoke. The people at Jersey Mike's are stoked to hear that they're doing a great job. And I will say, it's the dankest sub out there as far as like a chain. You know what I'm saying? Besides, you know, a mom and pop thinking you can't be, you know, the gabagool, blah, blah, blah. There's a hole in the wall, you know, that's when a grandpa serving you his grandmother's recipe. They got a sandwich called the Godmother or whatever. That's the best place you're going to go to. But bang for my buck, J Mike's, baby, all day long. So
Sure.
I'm fired up, dude. I'm stoked. Also, that's good energy. I want to do a thank call too, and it fits on this episode because That's the good karmic cycle that we're having here. And the people that work in a crew like that, I work in a crew at Valet, it's all about your crew. You know what I'm saying? And when people call back, customers only call to complain.
Yeah.
I'm calling to say, hell yeah. And hopefully not waste too much time. You know, it's off hours right now. This is before the dinner rush, after the lunch rush. So I'm just don't want people on the internet to get upset. Everyone at home, it's going to be fine. Other than that, I'm freaking stoked, dude. Think on yourself. Hey, who would you cast? And if you haven't seen Groundhog Day, check it out. It's a super fun movie.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to say this episode comes out April 22nd. This might almost be the anniversary episode when we started about 4 years ago. I want to say we started right around April. So that's sick. I'm going to check the tapes on that and get back to you on that next one and let you know if it's the anniversary or not.
I can look that up real quick.
Oh, I love that. Aaron on the spot research. What up? Let's go.
The trailer came out on June 11th, 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Damn.
So episode 1 came out June 16th, 2020.
June. Why the hell did I think it was April?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're coming up on our anniversary.
Yeah, 5 years.
That's huge. 5 is a good run.
Let's call it. Just kidding.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Honestly, a couple months from now, we hang it up. You've seen what we're capable of, and we're making phone calls. Maybe I call myself and then hang up on myself and say, oh, man, I meant to call, the dollop.
Joe code.
Yeah, I meant to call the Joe code later. All right. You guys stay stoked. We'll catch you on the next one, dude.